beautiful game day. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Katie Steiner, and it is game day for all the boys in black and gold. You can catch that Saints game right here on Channel 4. It starts this afternoon at 3:25. So, Chris, how does the weather look here in New Orleans, even though that game is in LA?
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Chris. Well, it looks like Ronald Surpass has a new job. A nonprofit group is planning to hire the former New Orleans police superintendent as a consultant. That's according to our partners at the New Orleans Advocate. Now, he would help the group Together Baton Rouge independently vet candidates for the city's next police chief. The leaders of the group say that talking to top candidates in private meetings will help them find out who will best reform the police department like they want. Now, there are 8 remaining candidates for that top job in Baton Rouge. Together Baton Rouge plans to release its findings at the December 7th Public Comment Forum. Right now, Surpass teaches criminal justice at Loyola University. And many people are beginning to get their gifts for this holiday season, and people are looking for those big deals. And a lot of people shopped local yesterday. Duke Carter caught up with shoppers and business owners on Small Business Saturday. Now, according to Small Business Insight survey, 72% of U.S. consumers are aware of Small Business Saturday and also participated. Well, the search continues this morning for an escaped inmate, and the Washington Parish Sheriff's Office is hoping that you can help them put him back behind bars. Take a look at your screen right now. 30-year-old Timothy Williams walked out of a work assignment at the jail and escaped on Friday night. Deputies say Williams' last known address is on Huron Avenue in Bogalusa. They said that sometimes he goes by the name Kojak. He was in jail for a theft charge. Now, if you know anything that could help investigators, please call the Washington Parish Sheriff's Office at 985-839-3434. And a judge has ordered a 75-mile move for the trial of a man accused of killing 2 St. John Parish Sheriff's deputies in LaPlace back in 2012. 2 other deputies are now permanently disabled as well. Brian Smith is scheduled for trial February 15th on charges of murder and attempted murder. Prosecutors want the death penalty on the murder charges. Smith's lawyer said that he couldn't get a fair trial in St. John Parish, and that judge agreed. Our news partners at the Advocate reports that the trial will be moved to St. Martin Parish. Welcome back. Just like Black Friday, some of the top Cyber Monday deals appear online early. Our deal guy, Matt Granite, shows us some incredible early bird bargains. You know, I thought we had a lot of energy.
I think that guy's. I think you should keep wearing a helmet.
Probably forever.
Yeah. He's on a little Segway, running through shopping aisles. Yeah, I think he needs to just wear a helmet.
Yeah, probably forever.
He's insane.
But I mean, that's good to know if you're looking at any of those things. I know you're not a big Black Friday shopper. Are you a big Cyber Monday shopper?
My wife and I were Cyber Monday shopping last night.
Oh, perfect. So you guys have all your gifts?
We saw all kinds of good deals on. I don't know about this Monday. I think it's the whole weekend.
So what did you get for me, Chris?
Well, it's a surprise. I can't tell you.
Oh, whoa. That's going to be exciting. But anyway, you haven't gotten anything yet.
I haven't bought anything, please.
It's a little chilly this morning.
It's going to be chilly outside through the day today. That chill is kind of back.
Chris, thanks. Tulane fans everywhere are crying foul after what seemed to be a bad call ended their season. Was he in or stopped at the goal line? We'll take a look back at that controversial play and much more. There were so many good games yesterday coming up in sports. Stay right here. Welcome back. Whether you put it on the roof of your car or in the trunk, bringing your Christmas tree home from the tree lot can be a little tricky. Cars.com's Matt Schmitz provides some tree tips to avoid a holiday disaster in this week's segment of Driving Smart. There is no fun in buying a fake tree, but of course, that's what I do every year and just get a candle so it smells real. For the latest on the car news, shopping service, and more, visit cars.com/TV. Now, we have a lot more coming up in the next half hour of the Eyewitness Morning News. Egypt's military is striking back after one of the deadliest terror attacks in that country's history. Plus, is the French Quarter construction hampering Bayou Classic festivities this weekend? And we are heading into the kitchen this morning and making beignets, but not the kind you have with your coffee. It's more of a savory treat with some crab meat. It is so delicious, you will not want to miss it. They give us the recipe too. Stick around. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Katie Steiner here with meteorologist Chris Franklin, and we are making you very happy this morning.
Not a curmudgeon this morning.
Nope, you are very
Play
happy.
a little Dean Martin and I'm happy.
Exactly. I just love Christmas music in general. It doesn't matter what it is. I know we have this feud, but I just love Christmas music, and I listen to it every time. My husband and I have a rule when we're driving: no music, because our music tastes are totally opposite.
Oh.
But in Christmas season, I'm like,
you can both agree on
to.
Christmas the songs. I
Well,
like that.
he's kind of nice and lets me listen to Christmas
So you still don't
music.
agree, but he'll let that slide.
Exactly. It's only a month, so.
It's only a month. It's only one out of the 12 months of the year that I get to listen to whatever I want.
And Christmas music, it just makes you so happy. At least me.
It's fun.
Probably not you.
No, it does. That make me happy.
Good.
When it's good.
Anyway, is the weather good?
It is. Very nice.
Well, the Egyptian military attacked the hideouts of the terrorists it thinks carried out the deadliest attack in the country's history. Hundreds were killed during that ambush at the mosque, and some of those were kids. Mola Langley has more from Washington. Egyptians are still coming to terms with the scale of the attack, which took place in a small village. Some households in that village lost every single male member of their family. Meanwhile, closer to home, this weekend was the Bayou Classic, and it's bringing a lot of people here to New Orleans. And one of the big events this year was that parade going through the French Quarter and the CBD. The rivalry between Southern and Grambling universities goes back until 1974. Students and alumni came down for a full weekend of activities. You had the Battle of the Bands, the Greek Step Show, the big parade, and oh yeah, they also have a football game. Grambling has won the past 3 Bayou Classics. And after the game, a lot of people headed to the French Quarter, and many of them went to Bourbon Street. So we wanted to know if the construction on Bourbon is keeping anyone away. When you ask people about construction on Bourbon,
it's a pain in the butt.
I just keep a drink and keep moving.
It's just background noise.
you get a lot of different responses. Some people from New Orleans, like Phyllis Enkaloy, think construction is no big deal.
I just keep it moving. Bourbon Street is Bourbon Street. I love Bourbon Street. Everybody loves Bourbon Street. Just step over it and keep moving.
And Brooklyn thinks all this mess is worth it.
We know that it's going to be better after, yeah.
Greg and his family are visiting from out of town, and they don't have any problem with this.
No, because it's a necessary improvement. So if people want to embellish what New Orleans is and improve their city, they have to put up with a little bit of the construction and the hassle. So when it's done, I'm sure it'll be much more beautiful.
But another tourist disagrees.
I kind of avoid it because it bugs me.
Dot Thomas thinks that the space is just too tight.
It narrows up everything and it makes you feel a little claustrophobic.
And Darlene Miner, who's a local, is just fed up.
This is ridiculous. When are they going to finish it? You know, don't start nothing, they don't finish it. That's what I'm upset about.
She says the construction has taken way too long and it's all just in the way.
Water grow in a couple of months and it still ain't fixed.
But one thing everyone can agree on,
Let the good times roll. You just come to have a good time.
which is something Bourbon will always have, a good old time. Now, the city says that Bourbon Street project will be finished in 2 phases. The first one is scheduled to wrap up at the end of the year. And as for the second phase, the city is currently evaluating a schedule and a budget. The total price tag is about $13 million. And members of the LGBT community are remembering transgender people who were killed this year. People in the LGBT organization Breakout held a day of remembrance for those who died from violence in 2017. Volunteers with the organization say it has been the most dangerous year for transgender people. They say so far 25 trans people have been murdered across the United States.
Our overall goal is to fight the criminalization of LGBTQ youth in the city, as well as shine a light on what happens to our community, whether that be losses with education, employment, housing, discrimination, violence, harassment, issues with the medical system.
Now, the organization says that worldwide, more than 300 transgender people have lost their lives. And if you're looking for something to do this morning, the 10th annual Pet Fest might be a fantastic option. It kicks off today at Lafreniere Park. There will be plenty of food, music, and even a costume contest. If you don't have a pet or want another one, there will be pets available for adoption free of charge. It's also free to get in. Pet Fest will start at 10 o'clock and will run until 4 o'clock this afternoon. You still have time to catch most of the Saints game after that. St. Mary's Church within St. Alphonsus Parish and the Irish Channel will hold a gumbo kickoff today. It's from 11:30 this morning until 2:30 this afternoon and will feature a wide range of cooks and their specialty gumbos. Just head out to the church's side yard. Admission is $10 for adults and $5 for kids. The admission price lets you taste all of the different gumbos, and you can even vote for the fan favorite gumbo. Now, still ahead, chefs from the Stuffed Crab restaurant join us in the kitchen, and they're sharing their recipe and showing us how to make their amazing crab beignets. And did you or your kid cry for their first Santa picture? Well, imagine this, taking a picture with Krampus. I would definitely be in tears. We'll tell you about the creature known as the anti-Santa Claus coming up. Welcome back. Hundreds of people gathered in Austria to watch the traditional Krampus run. So in German folklore, Krampus is the evil version of Santa Claus. And while Santa rewards good kids, Krampus punishes bad kids by beating them and putting them in his basket on his back. Oh my goodness. Over 150 Krampus impersonators charge through the streets, and this event is growing in popularity, and more international tourists are arriving to witness this age-old Austrian tradition.
Germans are pretty hardcore, aren't they?
That's a little weird.
That doesn't seem Christmas-like at all.
I think I'll stick with
Santa Claus and going to
Mrs.
sit on his lap in the mall?
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
And the Rudolph thing.
Right,
You know,
Rudolph,
I'll keep those.
Frosty the Snowman. We'll take the U.S. and versions of.
I'm not going to go to Austria.
No, I don't want to be.
Krampus.
I don't want to be stuck in a basket.
I guess that's a way to keep your kids.
Threaten them. Whatever it takes.
Krampus.
Let's take a quick look at our 7-day forecast. Gorgeous wrap up to the weekend, and as we head into the start of next week, a little bit of a warm up by the middle of next week.
Looks beautiful. I love that 60-degree weather. It makes me so happy. And you were telling us a little bit about our poinsettia.
That's right. It's not really a cold
trivia.
weather plant. It's
Well, no,
more
it's
of a
not.
warm weather.
But
It's
beautiful.
pretty and it looks Christmassy.
It's very Christmassy. And you know, both Chris and I love Christmas, and we love Christmas music. So we will
But good music.
And I don't care any music, but I just like more modern music. And I like to give Chris a hard time, which, I mean, why can you not? You can't, you just can't. You gotta give Chris a hard time. But thank you guys so much for joining us. We are going to be back at 5:30 and 10 o'clock. So we'll see you then. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a fantastic rest of the weekend.